Yeah, baby. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I tell it to the young, I tell it to the old. You gotta be filled with all that virgin gold, all in your soul. Regardless of the name, Redskins, Washington football team, Commanders, I don't give a damn. It's always burgundy gold, all in my soul. So I say, well, let me get on here and just say a couple of things. I didn't put it out over there on Twitter's or what they call it now, X or whatever. He stole that from Malcolm. I don't give a damn what nobody say. X, that came from Malcolm X and shit. Then you want to get deeper, that shit came from the X-Men, the next level. You got Malcolm X, then you got the damn X-Men. Everything else, this X shit, they just be Twitters. It's always going to be Twitters to me, the Twitters. But anyway, though, drinking my coffee. And no, you don't need to see my face. All you need to do is hear this amazing grace. This good shit I'm talking to y'all on a Friday morning. Happy New Year's to all y'all Bammers too and everything. I hope you and your families have a prosperous year. Try to be better. Try to do better. Try to love somebody along the way. Help somebody along the way. But don't kiss nobody's ass to do it. Right? Stay true to yourself. Being humble don't mean you gotta put lipstick on your lips and kiss somebody's ass to get somewhere or try to get somewhere or do somebody dirty so you can get over and look better than the next man. Keep it 100, man. But let's see what's interesting. Oh, this Cat Williams thing. I guess he been on a Shannon Sharp show. They call it Shay Shay or whatever. I don't know, whatever. And he had a whole lot to say about his experience, that is Cat Williams' experience in the business through the years. Uh, it's been being dissected in many ways. Some people running with it, saying he's throwing out shade at other comedians in the business. Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Martin. Threw shots out the rapper Ludacris, the comedian Chris Tucker. Threw shots at Ricky Smiley. Uh, and let me say this, in their business, because he's in that business of comedy. And for the people like me that are outside of this business of comedy, if you a real motherfucker, if you a real person, then you're going to understand the context of what that man was saying. See, you got people that's quick to dissect the shit he was talking, but then you got a small margin of people that's actually listening to the shit that the man was talking about. And it's common. It happens. It happens to me all the time. Because I'm one of the greatest shit talkers all the time. But if you listen to what I'm talking about, then the shit actually makes sense to you other than just the laughing part of the shit. So I don't have no problem with what Cat Williams said and how he wanted to express himself. That's how that man feel. That's how that man feel. What can you say about it? And don't act like that don't nobody else in this world or in this lifetime right now, before and after, right, is dealing with the same type of shit that Cat Williams is dealing with in their workplace, in their church place, in their own house or place, in some form or fashion. The cutthroat. Okay? So my hat's off to him, man, just for keeping it real. And that man done been through some ups and downs in his life. But who hasn't, though? See, you got a lot of people that want to live in glass houses and throw stones like shit. But they got the most shit with them in the world. And if you threw a rock at their ass, hell, if you even blew hard enough, the damn glass will break. Okay? So Hats off to him. But hats off to Ricky Smiley, though, because his response to it, Cat Williams' comments on the Shannon Sharp show, the Shay Shay show, whatever, was very classy. He didn't come with any hate. He didn't come with any malice. He explained some things about the role for Friday. He showed Cat Williams love and told that man he there for him. He shared his tour dates where he was gonna be at in Alabama in the area, with Ricky Smiley. Radio show airs a lot or whatever. So he showed that man love and he kept on stepping. So now I know Cedric the Entertainer said, son, he wasn't hate him or remorseful or nasty, anything like that. He just made a couple of comments and said his joke, he was the originator of that spaceship joke and kind of left it like that. I know Ludacris made a freestyle rap off of a Kanye West song and made a couple of comments or whatever in a freestyle. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna leave it like this. Everybody got some shit with them. I don't care who you are, white, black, yellow, Washington basketball team they got. It ain't cutting. They need some dogs on that team. They need some rough. Some Draymond Greens or something. Some Raws on that team. Because I'm tired of every time I turn around, they losing. And it's bad enough that don't nobody in the league play defense no damn more. All these games is 100. If you want to go make some quick money and you want to go place a bet, don't place a bet on the wins and losses, right? Go place a bet on the over and under on the points combined. And if you bet 220 plus 220, man, you always good to win the game. Easy gonna win the bet. Over 220 points. Yeah, so let's see. The Detroit Pistons, they need some prayers. And they about to get the number one pick coming up in the draft. Oh, speaking of the draft, I'm not ready to talk about that type of draft yet, but let's get down to the legend at hand. The Washington Commanders. Oh, they played the Cowboys this weekend. Last game of the season. Washington was on a 7-8 game losing streak. Yada, yada, yada. It ain't no damn news. Josh Hurst and his group along, with Magic Johnson included in the group, they going to go ahead and fire Ron Rivera or let that man resign gracefully from the organization. They got to go out and get a new GM. They got to go out and possibly get a new head coach. Let me say this, and I posted this on X or Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it again, and I'll say this again. The Washington Commanders, right? Josh Harris and Magic Johnson, them ain't got nothing to do with this bullshit that's been going on this year, right? They gave him the team at the last minute at the beginning of the season, so it was hard for him to implement any move right now. Okay, they fired Jack Del Rio route mid-season or whatever. Okay, they didn't fire Ron Rivera. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Yada, 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 yada. It wouldn't make sense to try to get a head coach and bring him to all this foolishness and everything without a GM. Okay, so what I'm just saying is, and I posted this and I'm saying this now verbally, right? Come Sunday at the 8 o'clock hour Eastern time here in the DMV, Josh Hurst, the Josh Hurst group and Irvin Johnson or whoever the hell else y'all got in that little group, I'm all in with you. Any move y'all make for the next 3-4 years, I'm all in with you. Even if it means that y'all go like a cake and start from scratch, I'm all in with you. Whether it be a good move, whether it be a move I question, whether it be a move I say, oh, what? Listen here, Dan Snyder has destroyed my fandom in more ways than one, right? The master of believe, the people's hype man. I done tapped out for this year, to be honest with you. Don't nothing surprise me at this point. But I tell you what, though, again, come Sunday around 8 p.m., I need to start seeing some changes happening. And Josh Hurts and Irvin Johnson, Magic John, whatever his name Irvin, my name Tavon. Whatever they gonna do, right? I'm all in. But you on the clock. You know how they say you on the clock in the draft? You on the clock. You on the clock what you gonna do with Ron Rivera. You on the clock on what you gonna do with the GM. You on the clock on what you gonna do with Eric Bieniemy. You on the clock what you gonna do as far as a head coach. You on the clock what you gonna do as far as these players. You on the clock as far as what you're going to do about this stadium. You on the clock as far as what you're going to do about bringing these fans back to this stadium. You on the clock about everything that's going on with the Washington Commanders. I'm all in for it. I might gripe and moan and complain about it, but I'm all in. In Josh, I trust. Right? So that's my stance on that. I'm Tavon Fennell, Sr., at DC Hype Man, RevT, the People's Hype Man. You can find me on RevT Sports Revival over there on Facebook. Over here on YouTube, RevT Sports Revival. So that's all I got to say. Happy Friday to y'all. It's about to snow over here in the DMV, over in Eastern Corridor, whatever. Y'all make sure y'all go grocery store, get some food, go get some ice or whatever. Put down a sand or salt or whatever, put that on your front, out on your yards, ran by your cars. Be safe. Don't go driving this mess if you ain't got to. And if you do, drive motherfuckers slow. Right? Happy New Year to y'all. I'm going to be doing more of this. I want y'all to tune in. I'm the People's Hype Man. Say it with me. RevT. Believe, mamas. March with me. Ow! And love somebody.